accomplished. You might be the most accomplished person I've had on this couch. Like, I just went down the rabbit hole with you and all of your talents. So you speak many languages, which is incredible to me. So you translated at the Olympics once, is that true?
That's true.
Yeah.
It's a long time ago, 1980, Winter Olympics, Lake Placid.
Yeah.
And I was a college student in the area, and they were looking for translators for some of the Scandinavian teams. They don't really need it. They speak English really well, so I thought, well, this will be an easy job. And I ended up there, and mostly I was just like an errand boy running around getting stuff for them.
Yeah.
Which they would tell me what they wanted in English, so...
Yeah, you're like, why am I here, but I love it? Free fun trip.
But every night I would go to the, see hockey games, watch the Olympic hockey, which I love. And there was an amazing game, their historic game called the Miracle on Ice.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
And that was the United States, all amateurs, college kids, beat the mighty Soviet Union, the greatest, supposedly greatest team on earth. And they beat them. I was there that night.
Oh,
and
wow.
It was fun. I remember most of it, but some of it I don't. And that was because I got to be friends with the Team Finland athletes.
Yeah.
And the Team Finland representatives, they're the ones that invited me to go see hockey games every night.
Yeah.
And, but we would stop at Finland House, which was like their tourism thing. And what it was a bar.
I was going to say, here it comes, yeah. This is why you only remember it a little bit.
So we'd go have a few vodkas.
That means it was a good time.
It was great, but we did win, and I did remember that, and it was a big deal.
Yeah, that's an incredible moment in like history to be a part of. That's cool, and to remember part of it. So speaking of languages, that you started.
I hear you're going to the Olympics.
I am.
Right?
This is my first one. Well, not my first one. Actually, in Torino, I performed at something at that Olympics. It was the winter ones, but this is my first Summer Olympics and first time like I'm hosting the opening thing. Wow. So hope I don't mess it up. I kept it. I kept it daytime. Yeah. But I'm stoked to do it. Luckily, I'm going to lean a lot on Peyton Manning and Mike Tirico. But I have to say, you're so accomplished. Another thing I love about you, you're a writer. I think first and foremost, is you started writing early on, like in your life, and you started a publishing company, right?
Yeah, I didn't start the publishing company until after Lord of the Rings, because with the money I made on that, I thought, well, I'm going to do this.
I think that film did all right. Yeah.
It did all right. Okay. Yeah. And no, it's kind of like that idea when you read a book you like, or you got a record that you like, and you just give it or share it with friends. And it's that idea, like publish stuff that you find, or authors that might not get published otherwise, or in that way. And so
but
that's how it started. Yeah.
Did you start? I started writing like poems when I was a kid. Like it was more poetry before songwriting. Did you get into that side of it, or more like stories, like short stories?
Little short stories and short poems, little by little. You know, first sort of copying fairy tales and things my mom would read to me, I guess, and then try to write my own versions of that.
Have you had a favorite concert that you ever went to that really inspired you, like musically?
Well, there have been all kinds of concerts that were, classical music, punk rock music, bluegrass, country.
Yeah, oh, you like it all.
I could tell you about a concert. I don't know if it was the greatest concert. Again, remember part of it. And this was in Bakersfield, California.
Oh, yeah.
It's sort of a funny story, actually. And I hope Vince Vaughn, the actor, is involved in this. So if his recollection of this was some years ago, is different, maybe he'll call us up and correct it, but this is what I remember. We were working together on a remake of the Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho.
Yeah.
It was Gus Van Sant, right? And there was, one day we were working, it was on the Universal lot, and Vince Vaughn's kind of nuts. And so one day he goes, look, how would you like to go to Bakersfield after work? I'm like, why would I go to Bakersfield? He goes, well, you told me you'd seen Buck Owens play at his place before. I go, yeah, it's fun. He goes, well, tonight's an anniversary. I don't know what it was. And my friend, Dwight Yoakam, I go, you're friends with Dwight Yoakam? He goes, yeah. And he said, we can go in his car and we can go see Buck Owens. I go, but we got to work tomorrow morning. And he goes, it'll be fine. And, but we should take him a present. I said, well, what kind of present? Like flowers? He goes, no, not flowers. Like the knife from Psycho. The kitchen knife. I go, I don't think that's a very good idea.
I got you
Vince
this.
Goes, it's got to be that.
What is he, Crocodile Dundee? Like I was like.
I said, good luck, man. And so he goes over to the props guy, the people, the objects that are used in a movie. They're called property master, right? And props. And so we go to the props guy and say, can we have the knife that we use in the movie for the killings, right? And the guy's like, sure. No, he didn't say sure. He goes,
I was like, what?
no, he didn't. He goes, why? What do you want to do with it? He goes, Vince is like, man, I just want to borrow it for a while. You know, I'll promise I'll give it back. He goes, but you can't like leave the lot, you know, the Universal lot with it, right?
Oh.
No, I just want to look at something. I want to practice something or something. He lied to him.
Oh my.
He goes, okay. So he goes, go. And so we go to Bakersfield with Dwight Yoakam.
With
and
the
Vince
stolen
is
knife.
twirling this knife. So we get there, and long story short, it's already very long, but Buck's playing, and Vince says, so now what we got to do, you and me, we go on the stage and we present him with the knife. I go, I'm not going on stage in front of all these people with a knife.
And here's my knife.
You're
What?
crazy.
Like, these are not great ideas, but seem great when you're maybe inebriated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and also he's very convincing and charming. He goes, it'll be great. He'll love it. Oh, he doesn't know anything about this? He'll love it.
Oh, no.
So we go on the stage, and so Buck Owens takes a knife, and he's like, huh, and he's having a drink, and he's playing his guitar and singing. And then it comes time for Dwight Yoakam to go on stage and do a song with Buck. And Buck was a little further down the road toward, you know, partying that night. And he went after Dwight Yoakam with the knife. He chased them all over the stage.
That's actually fantastic.
And Dwight Yoakam was terrified. He was really, really scared.
Which makes it even funnier.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that crowd must have been like, what the hell is happening?
And I'm going like that, and Vince goes, see, I told you it was a great idea. I'm like,
You just never know what you're going to get at a country western show. That's the lesson we've learned here. I need to go to shows with y'all. Okay, we need to take a break. Roman and our audience can help us out.
Hi, Kelly and Viggo. I'm a Lord of the Rings superfan, and I'll be taking us to break in the style of Aragorn leading the armies of Middle-earth into the Black Gate. Viewers of the Kelly Clarkson Show, I see in your hearts the fear that Kelly and Viggo won't be back. A day may come when this show doesn't air, like Saturday. But it is not this day. This day we fight. By all that you hold dear on this good earth, I bid you don't go anywhere. Viggo and Kelly will return soon, stronger than ever.
That was a look at his new movie, The Dead Don't Hurt. It's on demand now. So you wrote the movie during lockdown, right?
yeah.
Have you been a fan of westerns? Have you always been a fan, or?
Yeah, I mean, like all kids, boys, girls too.
Yeah.
My generation, you know, there were a lot of Western series on TV. You could still go to a movie theater and see them once in a while.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a retro genre like it is now. Although this year, our movie and a couple other ones are coming out. They're Westerns, so I hope they do well.
Yeah.
Because I like Westerns. And yeah, I wanted to make a classic Western. It's different though.
How do you think this one's different?
Well, first of all, you got a female character is the main character.
Yeah, that's already a giant difference.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And her partner, her male, you know, her boyfriend, goes off to war, and we don't go with him at all. We just stay with her, which never happens, right?
Yeah.
We wanted to explore that a little bit. What happens to women and girls when their partners go off to war, or their dads or their brothers. Or
That
whatever.
part of the story. That's very interesting. I've never really thought about that because just been, I guess, brainwashed since I was a kid. It's always the male that is the lead. That's very cool, actually, to know what happens to her in that story. So you used, I hear, the Lord of the Rings sword in the movie, right?
Yeah, well, it was kind of it was an accident. I wasn't trying to sneak something in there for Lord of the Rings fans, although I'm happy that some of them have spotted it and liked it. I knew that somebody would see it. There's a knight, I don't want to ruin the story, but there's a knight in armor on a horse that rides down through this forest in this movie. And his outfit, his armor, his helmet. And I said, he needs a sword. And they go, what kind of sword? I go, well, like a medieval sword.
Yeah.
And they said, like what? And I was like, well, like this. And I showed them a picture because I got to keep the two swords that I used in the Lord of the Rings, right? And so they went
looking. Did you
looking.
get to keep them, or did you say, I'm just going to practice my part and then leave with it?
I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah, I was like, wait.
No, they actually gave them to me.
They gave it to me, yes.
And so they showed me like 5 or 6 different ones, and they were kind of okay, but they weren't great. And I thought, well, if it's like this one, why not this one? So I called the director and asked him, he said, is this a movie about a sword? I go, no, no, no. He goes, well, how important is it? I said, you can maybe see it 3 seconds, 4 seconds. I don't think most people will notice it, but there will always be somebody.
Yeah. Somebody who
Maybe
will
this
notice.
gentleman who will notice it in every audience, probably. And so I just want to know if we need to pay you or what do we have to do. And he said, no, it sounds like it's fine, but you have to ask the movie company. So I asked them, and they said, okay, once they realized it wasn't that significant. So we got to use it for free, and that's how it ended up in there. It was kind of
I think that's cool, man. Yeah. It's just like a little nugget for everybody. You know? I think that's really cool. Vicky's your co-star. She's out here next. So why did you love her for this role? Other than the obvious, she's extremely talented. Yeah.
No, she's incredible. She's not only really great actress, but she has that thing, which it's kind of unfair. In movies, there are certain people, maybe it's true in music too, I don't know, but in terms of a presence on a screen, some people just have this extra something where you can't take your eyes off.
Captivating.
You know, this screen presence. And she has that. Like when I saw her in a movie called The Phantom Thread, I don't know if anybody's seen that, and some other ones, but especially that one. It reminded me of the first time I saw Meryl Streep.
Yeah, that's what I thought of when I said captivating. Yeah.
And she just has that, like her feelings, her thoughts seem to come like right through her skin. Like you really feel everything that's going on, even in silence, right? So I thought, well, if she does this part, we're halfway there. We could make a really good Western with a strong woman in the center, you know?
Yeah.
And if she says no, well, we'll just do something else.
Yeah.
And she fortunately read it and liked it a lot. She was available, and so once she said yeah, we knew we were on our way.
You have the most soothing voice. Like, every time you answer a question, I'm like, it's so soothing. You've probably been told that, but I was just like, oh my God, you should like read the, you know, when you get audiobooks, I'm like, you would be great. Anyway,
or you run out of melatonin and call me up.
No, I was just thinking, I was like, oh my God, I'm so loud, and you're so like soft. Anyway, let's take a quick break. Again, Viggo's movie is called The Dead Don't Hurt. It's on demand now, and his co-star Vicky Krieps will be out here next. We'll be right back. Your whole outfit, you are so cute. But okay, I want to say you're from Luxembourg, but you now live in Berlin. So did you grow up with American Westerns? I don't feel like that was a huge thing when you were young,
well,
right?
my dad, he like, you know, I think many young boys in the 60s went to the cinema, watched Westerns, so that was always the reference. It was always the reference of this is cinema, you know. So I watched a few. I'm not a specialist, but to me that was always one of the main romantic ideas of what a cinema movie would be.
Yeah.
And you like horses.
I love horses. Yeah.
I know. Well, what's funny, so for your character, you have to ride, and then they kept trying to teach you how to ride, right?
So, there is a thing. People think actors can't ride because apparently many actors say they can and then they can't.
Oh my gosh,
Which I
they
didn't know.
lie.
Yeah.
No. I have found this out with this job. I was like, what? Everybody just lies.
Yeah.
Yes, I can totally play badminton. Yes, I jumped out of a...
Yeah, they can do
just
everything.
lie.
No, and apparently they come there and they haven't been on a horse. And so when I told them, yeah, I can ride, you know, I should have maybe been more... I just said, yeah, I can ride, because I can ride. And then
they thought you were lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was fine. I always
They
stole...
found out very quickly that
She could ride.
I always rode his horse on the weekend, which
Yeah.
was the faster horse.
Which is she's like, I wanted the faster one. I love you, your whole spirit. So Vicky, you write songs. I love this. You write songs for each character that you play, right?
Yeah, I'm not a musician, though. I'm not really a musician. I do that.
But you do it. Is it like a thing you do for your characters, almost like to get in the zone of your character?
It's more to get out, you know. There's so many books for actors, how to get in the role, how to get the role, how to get the audition, how to everything. But there's not one book really about how to get out of the role and how to get back to your own life. And I was in South Africa, and I went and I bought a really cheap guitar. And I just started, you know, copying what I would see or hear. And just so I have like a carpet, and so my singing or the words can go onto that, and to get all these feelings out that you have sometimes, you know, like, because a movie only gives you so much to put everything that you feel as a character.
Yeah.
But you go home with all the rest of it, so where do you put it? You know, in order to not drink or take pills.
Yeah, yeah.
In your guitar.
In the guitar, exactly. So now each character gets a song, and each character goes to live in that song after the movie, and then I can say goodbye, and they're still there, but they stay with me.
I have an idea. I'm just saying. I think that you should come out with, like, release these and have, aren't the songs named after your characters?
Yeah.
And I think you should name, it's like a concept album, and it's called In Her Shoes, because it's in all these different characters' shoes. Did you hear the gasp? I'm just saying, it would be so beautiful, and no one's done anything like that. So wait, did you write a song for this character to get out of it?
Yes.
Yeah? Wait, why do you seem sad about it? Wait.
Because I wish I could play it, but I wrote it like on the accordion and then on the guitar, and so it took so many forms, so I can't have an instrument now.
Yeah?
But I could sing you.
Oh, please do.
Sure.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
But I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not like a performer or something like
No,
that.
don't pee on it. Don't pee on it. Yeah, yeah.
No, but
yeah.
it's a different thing. It's like more like ritualistic or. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's for you, really. So it's Vivienne, and you know how the story goes, and then she's with Vincent, and she's alone in the house, and so she sings to him, and it goes like this. Sleep, my little baby, sleep. Weep into my arms, I'll keep you. Oh, I can't sleep. I can't keep these tears alive. Inside my eyes, everything died. And it goes on. This is much.
I think that's so cool.